Channel's called Taste Trekker Tale, about travelling, it's about eating good food, we love our cruises. That was the reason we really started to do the vlogs, because we're already looking at what can I get in January? Can I get another? He was like, why are we not doing these vlogs? You could really help people. And when I told her I liked her brother, she was like, what?
Welcome, thank you for joining me on the first ever episode. Can you introduce yourself, and if someone's never seen your channel before, just kind of let them know what it's about?
Yeah. So my name's Sharon.
I'm David.
David, yeah. So the channel's called Taste Trekker Tales. So yeah, it's literally what it says. It's about travelling, it's about eating good food. And at the moment, we're particularly loving our cruises. So we seem to be focusing a little bit on cruises. But we have got a few other trips coming up that are not cruise related as well. But yeah, we do love our cruises. So yeah, we just like to take people on our journey. I don't do, my channel in particular, it's not very formal. You just literally join us on our holiday. We take you where we go and you experience it as we experience it.
Yeah, the cruising is where I spotted you first. It's got some great videos on there. I was thinking of going on the Fred Olsen Belletti. And yeah, your video was great on that.
Yeah, well, that was the reason we really started to do the vlogs, because we've done lots of cruises before and we've never vlogged it, but we always watch vlogs. So when we was going on Valletta, we started to have a look to see what vlogs were out there, and there was only a few. There wasn't enough. So I was like, could I do this? So David, he wasn't even going to be doing it. It was going to be me, but then all of a sudden the camera came out and there he was. Fish and chips. What do you reckon, Dave?
I don't normally like mushy peas, but these are more like crusty than mint. Lovely.
They were like, what do you think of this cocktail, Dave? And yeah, he was loving it. So yeah, but yeah, Fred Olsen was why we first started doing it.
So how many cruises have you been on?
So we started years ago. When did we go on Carnival? Carnival was our first one. I think that was from Florida.
2008.
2008.
Maybe just after.
But it kind of put us off cruising a little bit. Yeah,
I was going to say, Carnival in Florida is very different to Fred Olsen in Newcastle.
Yeah, so we went on Carnival, and then we had a bit of a gap then. And then David's sister lives in Florida, so we like to go out to Florida quite a little bit. And then we thought, come on, let's give cruising another go. So we went on Regal Princess out from near Miami.
Yeah, Port Everglades.
Port Everglades, yeah. And that was it then. I remember the entertainment guys saying, welcome to the most addictive form of holidaying. And there's been no stopping us since then, has there? So we've done Princess, we've been on Regal twice, once out from the UK. Twice out from the UK.
Regal once from Florida and once from UK, yeah.
And then Sky Princess.
Sky Princess from the UK, yeah.
We've done Royal Caribbean's Anthem of the Seas. That was one of these, in COVID, when the seacations were going. So
sailcations.
Sailcations, yeah, that was brilliant. We did that. We've been on P&O, done Iona. We went on her earlier this year. Obviously Fred Olsen. We're going on Ambassador. Notice you've been on Ambassador. We're going on we're going on Ambience October. So we've got Ambience coming up. Not done Ambition, but we're going on Ambience. So yeah, we've done quite a few cruises, but we've absolutely got the bug, haven't we? So we're like, yeah, we're already looking, even though we may have a few more trips this year, we're already looking at what can I get in January? Can I get another one?
And that's quite a spectrum then, all the way from like Carnival to Regent. That's the full gambit of classiness for the ships.
We just, yeah, and we've not done Cunard yet. That's one I'm looking at. But you loved the small ship, didn't you?
The Valletta, yeah. I really enjoyed that one. I can understand if somebody's a bit younger than me, maybe start the street, but I did enjoy that. I did. I just like working into the ship, the size. I like the itineraries that they do as well. They're a little bit different than the other big cruise liners. The itineraries are slightly different places.
We went to the Caribbean last year and we did one of the new big ships, the Oasis class.
Right.
And we found that the ships were all looking inwards. There's a central area and everything's looking inwards. Whereas we like the small ships to look outwards at the sea and the places you are.
Yeah, that's what you said, haven't you? You said if we do go on one of those ships, we do not want one of those like balconies that are facing inwards. No, you want to be seeing outside, seeing the world go by, don't you? Definitely.
Guys, it's our last day, but look at the weather in the afternoon. It's a sea day. We looked out on the weather. We start the day sailing by the small isles. We do a whisky tasting in the afternoon, which David really enjoyed. And in the evening, we try the Goan restaurant Vasco. So come along with us. We'll let you know what we thought. But let's start the day by having a little stroll.
How did you two meet?
Oh, well, that's a long time ago.
A party.
My
sister was invited to a party by you, and I was the driver. I went along as the driver, and then met you.
Yeah, so he's a twin. So I got friends with his twin sister, and it was funny because when I told her I liked her brother, she was like, "What?" She could not believe it. She was like, "No," but yeah. So we were both like teenagers because we're quite old now, but
1986, 87 maybe.
Yeah, a long time ago. Wow, the 80s. That seems a very long time ago. The hair matched back then.
Did you have much of a conversation about doing the vlogging, or did you, like you said, just kind of pull your camera out and start filming?
I think it was more me. I don't think you had any intention. David's, to be honest, you're quite quiet. It's quite quiet. I'm the talker, which you probably get when you're in the vlogs. I'm the talker. So yeah, it was more my thing that I was going to be doing it. And so nephew came up with a little logo, and it was him that was like, no, you need to be doing it. Him and his dad was trying to encourage me to do it because we've done so many cruises, and like I'll go on forums and answer questions for people. If anybody's got any questions about any ships, then I'll answer anything that I can do. And he was like, why are you not doing these vlogs? You could really help people. And I think once we knew we was going on Valletta, then it was more, right, I'm going to do it. So we had like a little holiday, didn't we, in Marbella? So I was practicing speaking to the camera in Marbella.
Yeah, I've seen the Marbella ones, yeah.
I mean, yeah, that was my practice beforehand. It was just a little bit to get used to speaking to the camera. And I was fine when I was on my own, but when people were about, even David, when David was about, I'd be embarrassed talking to the camera, but your confidence just comes the more and more you do. And then I think then when we're on Valletta, I was like, Dave, can I just ask you what you think of the food, what you think of the cocktails? And then he'd be like, film this. I was like, look, his confidence.
I'd chip in a little bit with my opinion on a few things. Yeah. But Sharon really does all the work behind it all, and all the editing and everything. I just chip a little bit of time into it, not much really. So she takes all the credit really, if it goes quite well.
No, it's like you need to have that person to ask the questions and what their opinion is. Because my opinion, so for example, with Valletta, I liked Valletta, thought she was lovely, we had a great cruise, but she wouldn't be in my top like 2 cruise ships, whereas with you really loved it. So I think it's good for people to see that, like the different opinions. So yeah, it's important to have more than one person on my channel. I think you get different viewpoints.
So what are your top 2?
I think I would say the Regal Princess just over the Fred Olsen Valletta that we did. I like the Regal, I like the Sky Princess as well. I thought the Regal deck was set out better, more sun lounges, things like that. There's a few little things on the Regal which the Sky doesn't quite hit the mark on. Overall, excellent ships, both of those, really are. But I really loved the Valletta. I thought it was different, the Valletta. What I liked about it, a little bit different, a little bit quirky.
Like all the wood and the decor, yeah.
Oh, I really enjoyed it. I loved everything. I thought the food was nice, the service was excellent on. But I noticed that the waiters were very more attentive than any other cruise line I've been on.
Yeah. Your glass was never empty.
Yeah, it wasn't. Every time you had a few sips of wine, they were ready to top it up straight away.
Yeah, definitely. For me, I think I would say Regal Princess as well. And then the second, I would probably say Anthem of the Seas. I did like Royal Caribbean. I wasn't sure between the 2 of them for quite a while, but yeah, I think Anthem of the Seas would be second, and Valletta's not far behind. But yeah, MSC, that they didn't quite make my list.
Yeah, well, that brings me on to Virtuosa. You've just had a cruise on it. It was the 2-night party cruise. How was it?
Do you know what? We had a great time.
It was a nice time. It was a very busy cruise, wasn't it? I mean, school holidays,
bank holiday weekend,
short cruise. It was a busy cruise. But we did enjoy it. It's a very nice ship as well.
Oh yeah, the ship's beautiful.
I think the service, for the number of people on board, I think the service was fairly good. Yeah, really.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the restaurant, we did the Oreo package. So because we did that, we was in, I think it was called El Campo or something like that. Or I might have made that up, the restaurant. But it wasn't where all the other restaurants were. So you had all the main restaurants. This was overlooking what do we call that middle bit? Is it like a promenade area inside? I don't know what that bit's called, like the Esplanade, they call it on Royal Caribbean, don't they? So it was overlooking there, and it was a bit out of the way. The restaurant, I think, was a little bit nicer than the others. It was quieter. I think they probably had more waiters. The food came quicker. When you read reviews, I think we had a better restaurant experience than maybe some had. But we had a teenager with us. We had a young lad with us and his mum, and it was their first cruise.
Mm-hmm.
We was looking at it through their eyes, and he loved it. You know, he's 18, he's on a cruise, it's a white party. So he loved it. So yeah, I think that you enjoy it more when you see other people enjoying it, don't you? And we're quite positive people. If I'm paying money for a holiday, I'm going to focus on the good. I'm not going to be homing in on the bad. I'll notice the bad, muster, but I won't home in on the bad. That muster thing, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the blog, that muster.
I have, yeah.
Oh my goodness. I was really shocked at that, but anyway.
Surprised how good they did the embarkation. This embarkation, pretty good.
Yeah, it was amazing. Best we've ever had.
The muster was so bad. If you can organise it so well, why? I didn't understand it really, to be honest.
I had the exact same problem. It was so weird watching the video and then having to phone a phone number, and then they sent everyone out in the same from the same deck to the same area,
same minute
at the same time.
1,000 people going down the stairs because the lifts are not in use, and then you get down the stairs and you're going. I mean, it was easy once you got there. You tap your card, off you go. But then you've got to fight the rest of the 6,000 people to get back up the stairs. Whereas what we love with Valletta, we just got on the ship, and as soon as we got on, we just strolled up. The guys were there. We just tapped in at any point, and there was no one in front of us. It was just at your leisure. So I think maybe because they don't have to have staff manning it all day, you know, it's probably a staffing issue, isn't it? Whereas the other guys, they must have stood there for hours on Valletta because people were going.
Basically, until we set sail to do it in your
Yeah, but we did enjoy MSC. We did enjoy it. I don't think the food's as good on MSC as the big lines. The last night, I'm going to be putting the second vlog on soon. I think you'll see the food on the second day. I think that was a lot better than the food on the first day.
Yeah, it was. It was nice.
Yeah, the meal was lovely in the main dining room, and we did the Mexican, and the Mexican was really lovely. Yeah, did you do that when you were on board?
No, I didn't. No, it was because it was just me on the cruise. I didn't feel like I could spend any more of my family's money on having nice meals and then make a video about it that they're going to watch.
Yeah, like, no. Yeah, it was well worth it though. It was like, I think it was £17 for all you can eat, and literally David had to eat the lion's share because they kept bringing the food out when we just kind of went, don't bring any more food out.
They basically bring food until you tell them to stop, and it's good quality. I've been to Mexican restaurants in England. Not that good, are they really? No, but this was a very good one, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Good.
I was glad to see you went to see the carousel show.
Oh, we loved it. Did you do that?
Yeah, both nights. It was amazing,
Yeah. So we booked the first one before we went, and it was like £9. And we wasn't sure whether the young lad that came with us, Caleb, we wasn't sure if he would like it. So we thought, we'll just book one night. And we're so glad we booked the first night because he was like, we need to go and book that straight away. We literally walked out of it and went and booked the other one. You know, like it was a few pound more to book it on the ship, but we were like, no, we are booking that again. So yeah, we got our little routine. We used to go and sit at the casino bar, didn't we? Have a few cocktails and then not stumble into the carousel. With the white party, that was an accident, wasn't it? David wanted pizza, and it was like 11 o'clock or something. And he just said, "I'll go and get." And I'm thinking, I can't think of food at this point. We'd only been on the ship 2 days, and we went up, and then we heard this music, and of course, my nephew's like, "Oh, what's that?" And we go, "We were really surprised."
So David decided that he hadn't eaten enough food that day, and that we had to go up around about 11 o'clock to the buffet for some pizza. And while we were up there, we could hear some music. I mean, how we missed this. the white party, I do not know. But we stumbled across this white party and it was so much fun. That little picture there on the left hand side, that video, that was a group of around about 20 stags. They were such a good bunch of guys and they just got everybody involved. They were dragging them up and they were having a really good fun. This I don't know if it was a sister and daughter or a mum and daughter there. They were just dancing the whole time.
I couldn't believe it. There must have been like 2,000 people.
And the weather was okay. That's one of the things as well. The weather wasn't great the day before, so we weren't really going out on deck as often as we would normally do. But
yeah, it was warm.
The white party was going on. It was lovely. It was nice and warm. The wind had dropped. The rain had gone. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the white party was fun. It's loud and boisterous, but in like a fun way. Everyone was just having a really good time.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, because like I think when you think of what this is going to be like, you think of a lot of drunk people. There were a lot of stags, there was a lot of hens, but they all were in good spirits. I filmed a bit of Look Down, and there were children, there were families, there were like elderly people dancing. I got the cutest video of this elderly couple dancing. She's there with a red wine, didn't spill a drop. You know, she was absolutely awesome. And there was like people in wheelchairs. They were just absolutely people from all walks of life, different nationalities. And the songs they played, everybody knew, no matter how old you are, everybody knew the songs. So you had the young lads at the side of us who were probably 13, 14 singing, and then you had like oldies like us who knew the same songs. But yeah, I thought they did it really well. They did it really well. We were on the second floor, weren't we, looking down, weren't quite getting involved with it. I love watching it. Yeah, we stayed up there till it finished. It's good.
You did better than me. I slunk off half an hour early just to... We were being kicked out of our room at 7 a.m. the next morning, and I knew I needed to get a good night's sleep.
I was laughing when I watched your vlog because I quoted you to my brother, because on your vlog, when you said about the ABBA show, that 100% is my brother. So he should have been coming on the cruise and he couldn't come at the last minute. So that's when we ended up booking a few shows, and we wasn't going to do the ABBA show because I'm just like, he will not want to get involved. If they're dancing in the aisles, he's out of there. And it just made me laugh. I was already thinking, where can we go where we can have an escape route? And your vlog made me laugh because I thought, you just like my brother. He would not have sat through that. I don't think you would have liked it.
Yeah, but possibly not my thing anymore.
Not when you compare it to the carousel. The carousel was awesome.
That was just like that. Very different, very interesting, yeah.
I love the name of your channel. I'm a big fan of alliteration, so Taste Trekker Tales, excellent. What made you come up with that?
Well, it was my nephew again. So it was my nephew who was quite a little bit behind this, and we was trying to think of, because was it going to be mine and David's name and travelling? It was trying to think of something that, but with our name, you wouldn't have really got what we did so much. Whereas, because we also do food vlogs as well, so local restaurants and things like that. So I thought that's the taste part of it. And then the trekker, obviously, we're travelling, and it's our tales. So, yeah. So when we were going through different things, and you have to be so careful because so many people have similar names. So it was trying to find a name that somebody didn't have. So we managed to find one. And yeah, like I said, alliteration. But it took me a while.
Yes.
Taste Trekker Tales. It took me a while. It doesn't always roll off the tongue, but yeah. I'm used to it now. And like his little logo, he did such a good job on the logo.